Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by Todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon so you don't miss any of my most excellent videos. In front of us, we have the Qodosen DX-286. This is an AM, FM stereo, long-wave, shortwave, portable radio based on NXP's Automotive TEF6686 chip. Say that 10 times fast. During this video, I'm going to perform a daytime medium-wave band scan with the help of the C.Crane Twin Coil Ferrite Antenna system. Yeah, we're going to hook up this directly to the radio, and we're going to make this into a super radio. It's already a great radio, so we'll push the limits even further. So pretty cool. But first we'll go over features, right? Second, I'll do a size comparison. And third, we'll start cruising the daytime band. Here we can pick up in the Chicagoland area. As you can see, current time, local time is 10:33. That's Central Daylight Time. I'm in Chicago, Illinois, USA. And we are in July. People want to know what month I'm in, so that's good in case I release this video way in the future. There's UTC in the corner there. Nice. Got that world time. Love it. Add 5 hours. So yeah, okay, the radio. So features of the DX286. Yeah, it's amazing. It's built on an automotive chip. A lot of you guys already know that. It's around $80, $79.99 to be exact, at Amazon USA. I'll have links in the paid links section. It is a worthy radio to pick up. If you're really just want to get into it, if you're a first-timer, shortwave, you can pick one of these up and be happy with it. If you're having fun and you like collecting radios and you just like a different experience, it's another radio for you. Experimenter, radio for you. It's for everybody. It's well made, and there's so many features on this thing that it makes it for everybody. There's a little bit of something for somebody, which is great. So yeah, that's me rambling. So let's get the features. Left-hand side, we got the carry strap. We got the external antenna jack, which we're going to be using. This radio allows you to disengage the internal AM Ferrite antenna and lets you use that external jack for long wires, passive loops, active loops, and twin coil Ferrite systems, which I'm going to be hooking up. Yeah, that's awesome. It's able to do that. So yeah, we got that. We got our metal speaker grill in the front with a little, I think a 1.5-inch speaker with a heavy bass to it. It's got a big magnet. It's a big magnet style, so it sounds great. Qodosen. Seeing that right? All right, going to the top here, you can see the ultra high sensitivity multiband radio. Model number, we got our power sleep function buttons. The lockout, display key, snooze button. So when you hit this button, it'll change the different items on the top right, similar to Texan radios. If you're familiar, it'll show world time, local time, signal noise ratio, things like that. I'll probably put the signal noise ratio on there so I can see as I tune the antenna system if I'm getting good gain or not. Now we got to set an RDS button. As you can see, they're meter up and meter down buttons as well in shortwave. These are crucial for handling the external medium wave antennas. So you'll use RDS to switch out from internal to the external jack for the medium wave. And you'll use the set button if you're using passive loops and long wires to add a low noise, that's pretty funny, low noise amplifier circuit, which is great. It really helps pull in sensitive stations on the whip with shortwave, or if you're using a long wire for medium wave. It's absolutely amazing, or a passive loop. So here we got bandwidth, stereo control, alarm feature. We got tone control here, time zone setting, of course, alarm setting. We have a delete button with a always on backlight, which is cool. Edit button with mute. I'll probably be using this one to mute the radio quite a bit. We have our numeric keypad, direct enter frequencies, dedicated FM band button, AM band button. Of course, this will have your shortwave, long wave, medium wave on that button. Excuse me. Page button. So this radio has a lot of presets. It has 1,000 of them, but it's divided up in 100 pages of 10 each. You know, it's not bad if you're good at organizing your stuff. You could have one page FM, one page AM, one page AM in the morning, one page AM in the evening, stuff like that. But you can press and hold the button and it automatically sets the preset on the page you're on. It's pretty handy. We have auto browsing, which is really cool. This radio lets you set the amount of time it stops and keeps going. That's amazing. I think it's like 5 to 90 seconds. Absolutely great if you're like to browse tune. Going to the side of the radio, we have a longer tuning knob. I really like this compared to like the Skywave and the R108. It's definitely bigger and easier to hold on to. It's a push style, so you push it in. You can change modes from fast, slow, stop, and auto tuning, so it auto browse. And of course, you have a squelch function if you feel like using it. Volume control, it's digital. Headphone jack. We have our micro USB input. Yes, it's not Type-C. Hopefully the new revisions will come out in Type-C. I have a feeling they will. People will demand it, and it'll happen. Reset hole on the bottom. Top, our antenna is a 19-inch whip. Going to the back, we have the frequency information. Boom. There you go. Kick out stand. We're almost done. We'll get recording here in a second. We have the some kind of a vented area behind the speaker. And then behind here, I don't think I'll open it up. It's kind of a pain to close it, but it's a 18650 unprotected button top battery. It's a 3500 milliamp hour Samsung battery, and expect a runtime of about 17 hours on that high capacity battery, because it does use quite a bit of power powering that NXP chip. All right, so size comparison really fast. We'll do it with its competitor, the Skywave. Let's bring this up. There we go. Skywave 2, AM/FM weather alert, airband, shortwave. So that's pretty cool. Now, of course, everybody wants us to have single sideband. I get it. If they had single sideband to a radio like this, the price is going to go way up. Trust me. I'm sure it will, unfortunately. But yeah, there you go. They're about the same size. Two ultraweight competitors. Which is better? It's I don't know. I really like the Skywave because I like use headphone with it because the speaker is kind of tinny, and I like the long runtime. 70 hours on 2 AA batteries, standard batteries, long runtimes. It is really nice. This though is a champ on external antennas and just everything. The NXP chip is super sensitive, so it's like a super radio in a little package. So it just depends on what you want. So there you go. And if you don't have that radio, I usually have CC Pocket, but we're going to write to the deck of cards so we can get this thing fired up and going. Iron Man, he the man with the master plan. He loves Qodosen shortwave radios from China land. Dun 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 dun. He's Iron Man. Anyway, you get the idea. Iron Man loves his shortwave radios with NXP chip. Alright, cool. So we're going to go ahead and zoom it back down a little bit. Maybe not much, because I want to be able to show you everything's going on. So let's go ahead and turn it on. So we'll never get to the band scan if I don't. Battery life, band we're on. Frequency, signal strength, signal noise ratio. That's pretty cool. It's all right there. Of course, you can change that. Roll time, alarm time, local time. Again, 10:40. We're about 5 hours after sunrise. Perfect time for this. Probably should mute this. So yeah, perfect time. So we're going to hook it up. So we have our C.Crane, which is right here. We got the tuner box, which is awesome. And I'll show you the Ferrite in a second. So we'll turn, well, we won't do that quite yet. We'll leave that off. But to turn this on, we have to disengage the internal Ferrite. So let's do that. We press and hold RDS button. Antenna external. You heard it change in volume. And now what we're going to do is we're going to hook up the external antenna. I have a mono jack from the twin coil. Oh, and as you can tell, it's using the whip. So let's go ahead and plug this in here. It'll disengage the whip. There we go. Seated. There. Okay. Let's go ahead and try to get this on camera. Nice thing is I don't have to turn the radio now. I'll just be turning the element to my left. I have it up on high in a box to get it up out of the way of the radio. Then I'll be tuning the box here. So let's go ahead and, so now we're on the external. Now, if you wanted to use low noise amplifier, you'd press and hold set. Amp off. Amps on. Now it is making a difference because this isn't turned on yet. But when the active antenna, as such as this, is on, you don't want to have the amplifier on. So I'm going to turn the amplifier off because it doesn't make a difference. So we'll leave it off. Alright, so we'll go ahead and turn this on. There we go. Let's tune to our first station. And of course the element is right here. It is a 200mm Ferrite enclosed in this box here. As you can see, it's got a connection. It's like a PS2 connection. And it can run 75 feet. I think it's 0 loss. I think it's 100 foot at 10% loss. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's pretty close. And you can mount this outside. It's got mounting holes on the back side of it. pretty cool. All right, but that's what we're going to be tuning. I want to have a box. I'm going to be turning this to the direction of the station. So we're going to turn this into a super radio. Yeah. Let's do this. Come on. All right, let's turn it up. Did I hit that? There we go. Okay, 540 WAUK, Jackson, Wisconsin. All right, so it's to the north. I got to point that element to the north.
Know that some of this rhetoric is
Let's put the strength on the corner. Let's see what we're doing. And I'm tuning these knobs.
This is the reality: is the MAGA base. Donald Trump has manipulated them so well that they're often afraid to say things that are just common sense.
Left-wing station.
We can all agree to like this. And, it's hard for them sometimes
so I can tweak it up higher.
If they get attacked. Robin
Watch those numbers climb. Nice.
All his maybe policy and ideological folks.
Look at that, 50s.
Just almost had a recall because he still wasn't pure
sounding good.
enough.
And then you got bandwidth.
The pillow guy and Mike Gableman.
4, 6, 8,
I didn't even know those were standards.
3. Now 3 on this radio is like a 2 kilohertz, like most radios.
The reality they
so leave it on 4.
So I'm
actually,
that, by
that's more like 3.
Prominent folks, especially in both parties, that this can be something that maybe can transcend the national noise. But if it doesn't, then we're going to have to push harder. Well, for heaven's sakes, even the Wisconsin Institute of Law and Liberty looked at the election and said that there was no election fraud.
Beautiful.
So come on, people.
Well, they need to hear that. They need to hear him with clear solutions, and he needs to identify the names of his policies from the first administration so that people can look them up, so that they can Google them, DuckDuckGo, whatever the heck you use, because there's so much...
Here's 560 WIND, the answer.
On that.
I should hit the button.
I think he should, but I think he should speak directly to the camera. I think he should be like Mike Gallagher, be a happy warrior.
At least that many more. At least that's what he told us.
So I could do 1 kilohertz tuning if I need to, mainly in the evening. Daytime, not normally needed. So it's 580 is WILL, Urbana, Illinois. The antenna is actually in the right position, pointing to the southeast. And this station is 150 miles to the southeast, which is great. So we can tune it a little stronger.
On one of his tracks, he was producing the album from the time, and also Apollonia 6 in addition to his own.
Good.
And he gave, songs like Manic Monday to the Bangles. So he just had material absolutely pouring out of him. And then there was still material that didn't make it out anywhere and ended up in his vault. So the story that I have been told is that once he built Paisley Park in Chanhassen, his
good numbers. All right, cool.
Complex,
it's nice to have that as a guide as you use these external antennas.
A bank vault door that they started putting his...
It's a little trickier. This is 590. This is a little harder to get. This is WKZO, Kalamazoo, Michigan. It's 140 miles to the east. Let's go ahead and aim the ferrite. Let's see if we can't tune it in. Can barely make it out. This might be tough conditions. Okay.
When I make mistakes, that's a natural reaction to be embarrassed. But having my own opinions about things in the world, including American politics, should not be grounds to feel stupid. And anybody who makes me feel stupid about those things, I don't have time for you.
Okay, this is 600. I'm just going to forget to mute this. WMT, Cedar Rapids, Iowa. This is 175 miles to the west. That's what I usually get pretty good, as you can see the numbers there.
Blaming you for the politics that you have, whether it's on social media, whether it's backhanded thing when you're talking.
Extensions are good when it comes to technology. I got another thing coming here, man. And so I think, we kind of think about this 4th of July holiday. I'd ask lawmakers to think about,
620 WTMJ, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm going to go look a little quicker here because, I'm going to run out of time.
The unity or purpose that has taken over time to sustain that position in the world. And we're polarized.
and Ocho Rios in Jamaica. Passengers can look forward to 2 exclusive performances by Maxwell, along with appearances from artists like Anthony Hamilton, Marsha Ambrosius, and Layla Hathaway, among others. Tickets to the ultimate Valentine's Day getaway are on sale now. Visit Maxwell's Urban...
Cool. WMFM, Peatone, Illinois.
And in Bad Boys 4, Will Smith and Martin Lawrence reportedly referenced the infamous...
It's frustrating to me. I have to imagine it's frustrating to the fans. So, yeah, I think that it is something that
Saw 80.
completely empathize with.
There you go. It sounds pretty good. 670 the score, WCR, Chicago. God, I keep using the volume control when I got that button. Just have
Talking
it.
about last year. Now, can you... on what day...
So we're going to go long distance. This is 700 WLW, Cincinnati, Ohio, 300 miles to the east. Let's see if we can't pull it in. So you can just make it out.
No jury would convict him, but you thought the Supreme Court would. And I'm also holding out hope that this ruling...
720 WGN, Chicago.
...lower court will at least...
Awesome. It is awesome. Oh, beautiful, Tony. Thank you so very much for sharing with us today.
Thank you, too, for sharing with us, because I have agreed with everything you said.
Oh, thank you.
And tell your husband good job out of him.
Yeah, amen.
WNDZ, Portage, Indiana.
I do.
Catholic programming in the morning.
I will again.
Oh, that's beautiful. 833-288-EWTN. That's 833-288.
Okay, I think I can copy those words. This is 760 WGR, Detroit, Michigan, 270 miles to the east. Now, this is about the max I usually get on my radios with the big sticks, big 200mm ferrites. Not bad. Some people wish that you could go further down. I think 3 kilohertz on this radio is okay because of the lower tone. I don't notice the difference with music or voice.
Posted on Truth Social in all caps. Big win for our Constitution and democracy.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Cammie McCormick.
It's 10:51. Time now for Made in Chicago.
Can I get lemonade? Since 1954, Mario's Italian Lemonade at 1068 West Taylor Street has been serving up the sweet summer staple to generations of customers, including David Buffer.
780 WBBM, Chicago.
Great flavors and the great prices.
It's just wonderful.
HMB, a naturally occurring molecule that helps build and maintain...
WCPT, Willow Springs, Illinois.
He created high-impact protein available in whey or plant protein.
Community partnership, voter education, and long-term collective impact for all Wisconsinites.
Trying to get this fine-tuned. About as strong as I'm going to get it right there, I think. Okay, so 860 is WNOV. This is Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 52 miles to the north, but low power, 300 watts.
WNOV 860 AM and 106.5 FM with your host,
Well, they still
celebrate Stonewall. It was a gay club in New York, half a century ago, and the police raided the place.
Sirius 890 WLS Chicago.
Stonewall riot. This was more violent than Stonewall yesterday.
They've been BFFs ever since. In fact, I think Sebastian left us for J.J. Watt.
Sure.
And
yeah,
I would too.
J.J. Watt and Sebastian are pals. I've seen them on social media together.
Nice. And what about Snoop and Martha Stewart? I think that's a really random friendship and a genuine one, just based on mutual respect. Two worlds collide, rival nations.
920 WOKY, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the Big Badger.
It works.
Speaking of, they had to do that hardly at all, but there were a few times. But if it were an issue of modesty, that would be where I'd draw the line. If it was, hey, this has got some pattern or something that looks odd, or I would never.
930 WKBM. This is Sandwich, Illinois. This is Relevant Radio.
Reasonable accommodation for things like that. But if it's in my
Blockbuster Movies, there are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassle. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way.
WFAW, Fort Atkinson, Wisconsin. Really good rock music in the evening.
Sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's
suggesting a kind of anarchy or rebellion, and that's where I'd say no. So thanks for that question. I've never been asked that before. Also, let's see here.
950 WNTD, Chicago.
Here we go. Driving past.
Oh, he looms large, too, absolutely. And, it's a little bit bittersweet to watch because I do feel like there's been this enormous outpouring of love and adoration for him since he
970 WHA, Madison, Wisconsin.
I do wish that he was able to enjoy some of
fine on this. Well, I'm just saying, you think God has second rounders in the chamber?
WMVP, Chicago, ESPN Radio Sports.
In the draft for eternity.
Second rounders are only so valuable.
You think God ever trades down?
Załański, oczywiście, jeśli by nie usiadł, no to...
WNVR, Vernon Hills, Illinois.
Prezydent Trump, wsparcie militarne.
Flipping for me on that one. Where was the wild goose in racing?
That's the other thing. We only had a couple of gigs there before it folded, and I don't remember playing.
WLIP, Kenosha, Wisconsin, to the north.
For sure, Green Bay Road.
So how did you manage to...
More emotional.
Because he can do full play-by-play of 31.
I think we're doing Marquette, Kentucky 03. Then we're doing Game 6 of the Bucks Championship, number 4. So I'm stacking through.
Boy, I'd probably do, if you're doing Bucks, Game 6, yes. You got to do Game 4.
Yeah, no, Game 4 is amazing. Actually,
1070 is WTSO, Madison, Wisconsin, 70 miles to the northwest. Sports radio.
Watch fourth.
WNWI, Oklahoma, Illinois.
Ayuda a seguir adelante, a propagar el mensaje de Dios y a llegar a tantos corazones heridos y a tantos lugares que los necesitan. Gracias, sembrador y sembradora. Que Dios los bendiga.
1110 is WXCS, Chicago.
Out hurricane over this. But at the same time, we're saying that we think the current president is so mentally enfeebled that he's...
So here's 1130 WISM, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
And that's totally fine. We don't care about his actual job as governor.
An instructional guide for passing on faith across generations. The book's by Tricia Goyer and Leslie Nunnery and offers much wisdom for Christian parents dedicated to leaving a lasting legacy of faith. Tricia and Leslie share insightful strategies.
1160 is local WYLL, Hope for Your Life, Christian Radio, Chicago.
With notes that speak directly to the hearts of the next generation. You can enter the contest.
And now we got 1180, the squirrel. We're going to see if we can tune it by just using the numbers. There we go. See it climbing right there? Yeah, looking cool. And we'll see if we can play with the fine tuning, see if I'm going the right direction, bring it back, bring the fine tuning up. Yep, I can see it. It's about the best signal I'm going to get. I just can't hover on the music. Okay, what did I just do there? Oh, this access quick tune. I hit the quick tune button. That's funny. Let's go ahead. There we are. That is nice. You can quick tune with these two buttons, too. I forgot to mention that. 1180 WSQR, Sycamore, Illinois. The squirrels on my radio. Yeah. Okay, it's usually Chicago, WRTO. I don't hear them. They must be off the air. .1220 is WKRS, Waukegan, Illinois. I gotta go quick.
Can watch her mouth move as she speaks, and it might be a little bit.
WCLO, Janesville, Wisconsin, Agro Station. Learn how to farm. Yeah.
They have a schedule.
I don't think they play that banjo, but you know.
Or whatever, or
yeah, our next get together most likely will be a community conversation.
1240 WSBC Chicago, playing some really rocking music. Not really, but interesting. Okay, so I can't hover on this music. This is WEKZ, Monroe, Wisconsin, country music station, 60 miles away. Always hard to get. I'm trying to get tuned in. There you go. That's looking pretty good. All right. I'm just using the volume control. It's hard to keep hitting that button and then I end up hitting the other button. I'm like, where'd I go? Nice. That's coming in weak. WBIG Aurora? I don't think that is. I think we're getting something else. Fonz FM. That station is usually very difficult to get, so for us to pick that music up is fantastic.
Constitutional authority, he is entitled to at least presumptive immunity from prosecution for all his official acts. There is no immunity for unofficial acts.
Now the lower court will have to go back and sort out Special Counsel Jack Smith.
1310 WIBA, Madison, Wisconsin.
I do official and unofficial acts.
Station 1320, huh?
Performance on a senior.
I don't know what that is. If I do, I'll put a pop-up here, but interesting. It's pointed to the west. Might be a west or east station. Rockford? WNTA? WLBK, DeKalb, Illinois, College Town. .1380 WBEL, South Beloit, Illinois. More music. Nice. .1390 WGRB, Gospel Radio, Chicago. Gotta go quick.
At some point in those islands before
WRGN, Racine, Wisconsin.
And then the current track has it going towards Mexico.
A just-released study says the U.S. leads other high-income
savings of every one of you at risk. Hello, I'm Lance Wallnow, a news analyst and best-selling author and an evangelical leader. I'm deeply concerned about the impact this runaway debt is.
1410 WRMN, Elgin, Illinois.
Build your own nest egg for your family.
Rock out on this kind of music, huh? WEEF, Deerfield, Illinois. I don't know how you could, but sounds cool.
Text the word PROTECT to 989898 and get a free, no-obligation info kit on gold.
1440 WROK Rockford.
The number 989898.
Music on WRLL, The Real, Cicero, Illinois. That's cool.
ABC senior congressional correspondent Rachel Scott with more on Trump's reaction to former President.
Iron Country on 1490 WGEZ, Beloit, Wisconsin. Yeah, I'm running out of time, so I'm going really fast. WTTN, Watertown, Wisconsin, 1570. I knew the call letters. It's a country music station.
Return, you might be headed.
WCGO, Evanston, Illinois.
It's something that, given enough time to practice, I could learn to do.
WSJP, Sussex, Wisconsin, Relevant Radio. We're almost through.
Like sawing a person in half, making things levitate or disappear. Yeah, most of those tricks are way beyond me. You're probably familiar with the turn of the 20th century.
Spotify, Apple iTunes, Google Podcasts, so I am not a fan of things that seem to be
670 WOZN, Madison, Wisconsin, The Zone. Always coming in weak lately.
Amslam Field has become, which doesn't just roll off the tongue, but Amslam, because of the Grand Slams that are starting to take place at American Family Field, the way the team has been hitting.
Make sure you give Larry a call at 773-37.
Our last station, 1690 WBON, Chicago.
At 773-379-9009.
So there you go. There is our daytime band scan in the Chicago area with the C.Crane Twin Coil 200mm ferrite system, rock and roll on the Qodosen DX-286. Yeah, it's a pretty cool combo. I like it. You can hook up a passive loop like a Turk Advantage or an AN200 Texan, and it'll work really well. You don't necessarily need this. You do the passive loop with that LNA in your rock and that extra amplification, and it'll sound really good. So you don't necessarily have to have this. I just thought it paired up with something awesome. This worked out good. So there you go. Go ahead and unplug that. I'll probably make sure that I probably do this now on camera. We'll go ahead and put the internal back on. There we go.
20 additional seats to give you an amazing experience. Before you make plans to
all right. Cool. Go ahead and turn it off. So there it is, the DX-286. It's a cool radio. I'm enjoying it. Hope you guys are too. Give me a like if you like the video. 2 if you like Qodosen radios and want to see more. Hit subscribe with the bell icon. Get notified of future releases if they come out with any new radios or updates to this radio. And of course, more band scans. Yeah. I gotta do shortwave. I gotta do FM for sure because this thing's known for FM. I will do that as well. I don't know all my FM stations, but we'll just go do a band scan, see how many we can pick up with maybe a wire antenna. That'd be nice. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in my next video.